Hey guys, Dylan from the Geek Duo here, and today I'll be bringing you my reaction to X-Men the Animated Series Season 1, Episode 1, titled Night of the Sentinels, Part 1 of 2. Jubilee is attacked by robots called Sentinels at a local mall. Now, initially, I was going to have this scheduled to be releasing while I'm on holiday as a way to just keep my content up in case I didn't have any series I could run while that was going. The problem is that end of next month, the X-Men 97 starts, so I want this done by the end of my holiday now so I can react to that when I get back. So, yeah, I'm sort of doing this ahead of my schedule, but oh well. I don't know why, but I didn't think that the X-Men would be so established at the start of this to the point that they have Jubilee. Like, Jubilation Lee is like a B, maybe C tier in terms of known X-Men. So, like, obviously, all of them exist if she is here and, like, front and center, so, yeah. Which is surprising because I wonder how they're going to do a couple of these characters. Like, from what I've seen in the small clips I've seen of this show over the years, is there's one character who has their full power set in this. The problem is, they get that power set from a character that this studio shouldn't have been able to use. So how do they explain that? Or is it just left out in the open, like unexplained and everything? Because that'd be very interesting to see. Anyway, let's go watch teenage Chinese girl get kidnapped from a mall by a giant robot in 3, 2, 1, go. Why did it not start? Yeah, I don't think I've ever actually seen all of this opening. I just know the music. To be fair, they must be semi-developed because that's not really a Marvel Girl outfit for Jean Grey. Also, Gambit seems to be on the good side, so why are the subtitles for this weird? I don't think that dogs are muted. I didn't know Jubilee was a foster kid. And you ran into them. I forgot that Rogue had her actual um Southern Belle accent. Because I do remember that in the movies she didn't. Hmm, interesting. Not sure how that works, but did you pay for those, Gambit? Oh, so the Sentinels are new. I mean, that's fair. No, I thought she was going to be kidnapped by a sentinel, not. Is that Domino? I didn't pick up who the second one was, but I thought that. I'm pretty sure that was Domino. Is she really an intruder? You don't really want to be doing that. Ooh, that's a difficult one. Oh, they were. I thought she inputted a code to set this up, but. Sort of. she miss that? I was gonna say, was that really Jubilee or was that Morph? But Morph's right there, so. Can he uncharge? No. I couldn't remember if he could uncharge something. Random thing to add. Shouldn't Beast be able to do that as well? The hell is that end screen? Huh. Okay, so it's running through all of the mutants, what their powers are and everything. That's very interesting. It's a interesting way to get that out. Because, I mean, unlike the um, rogue thing, where, I mean, sure, she may not have reminisced on her first boyfriend when with the rest of the X-Men until someone else who was around the same age as the power developing came in. Sure, she may not have said that, but she did also do the whole explaining to people that already know things they already know for the sake of the audience a little bit. But I was surprised that there wasn't any like power explanations or anything in the episode. Like other than to Jubilee, who seems to be our viewer stand-in character, at least for this first episode. So, Rogue is the character that I was talking about when I said their powers fully developed. Because her flight, strength, durability, and all that comes from Captain Marvel. Like, at one point, she touched Carol long enough to permanently absorb her and a part of her like personality, which is where her powers come from. And so how does she have those powers in this? They did away with those abilities in the movies because they couldn't get the rights to Captain Marvel, so there would be no way to explain how our viewers stand in for the movies got those powers. Because I'm pretty sure this was also distributed by Fox. At least when I googled it, it said Fox, so that may have just been the last season, because I know that did change animation styles and all that, so it may have been there was one season left and they distributed that, but yeah. Overall, a compelling first episode. I can see how how it would intrigue people who aren't that familiar with these characters, and also it's just seeing X-Men at just before they go into the public eye, but already at the peak of their abilities. Well, peak in the fact that they're, you know, they know the majority of the ones we know have their powers, know how to use them effectively and everything. Yeah. That info card at the end of the episode, I'm assuming that played on the actual when this was being broadcast, going back and seeing what they say, and Cyclops' one is wrong. Again, did he have the kinetic energy dimension? Was that a thing back when this was being made? Because his card says stores solar energy to discharge in a powerful beam from his eyes, when in fact his eyes are actually portal to a different dimension that is overloaded with kinetic energy. I wonder if any of the others are wrong. Telepathic ability, can read minds and project thoughts. Pretty standard for Charles Xavier. Able to move objects with telekinetic energy. Limited telepathic abilities. Yeah, that is in line with her Marvel Girl abilities. Gambit can charge objects with explosive charges of kinetic energy. Costume is body armor. Technically, it's potential energy, not kinetic energy. But for the sake of things, yeah, that's very that's an understandable change, because potential energy is something that not everyone gets a grasp on, whereas everyone knows kinetic energy. Able to control and manipulate the forces of nature. See, no, that makes it sound like she can control plants and water and all that. Extraordinary agility and superhuman strength. Also, I would have put animalistic senses onto Beast. But other than that, not bad. Rogue has the ability to... It's not pausing for me. I don't know why it just decided it was going to stop halfway through. Hang on, I'll get back to it. There we go, I got back to Beast. Has the ability to absorb energy from other living beings. Also has the power of flight and indestructibility. I would also have mentioned her strength and the fact that the energy also takes the powers, but we don't actually know that part yet. Because she doesn't borrow any powers or anything in this episode, so I can understand. So I would have just added strength, but her thing's pretty full. Let's see, Wolverine, heightened senses and accelerated healing ability, implanted indestructible adamantium skeleton as claw. See, we don't see his healing ability, yet that's listed, so they probably could have done the power thing for Rogue. And they don't show us Jubilees. Okay. Because hers, in the episode, they just say explosions, even though you can hear the fizzing of fireworks when she does it, so obviously over time they're going to realize that it's not quite just firing explosions out of her hand. But yeah, that was a good opening. You can nowadays you can really see when it was made. But I mean, yeah, it seems like it's a good show, and I mean, considering it ran for 5 episodes, 5 seasons, and there's like 70 odd episodes in it. Yeah, it's sort of understandable how it ran that long. But anyway, I'm gonna end this one here. I'll catch you in the next one.